Well, today I'll be making a win thing. First, I have a container filled with some sand inside. Then I'm gonna use a pencil as a stick to hold it down in the middle. Form. Let me fix it wonderful. Level down the sand. Good. I have a straw. I'm gonna cut it in half. Measure to make sure. Not quite. Let's check it off. Good. Now I'm gonna put it here on top of the pencil. Then I'm gonna use a tack to hold it down. Go easy. Okay, you're having some hard times with okay. Keep pencil coming out. Let me level back, it's wonderful. Good. Good. Wonderful. So here we have ear. Good. Wonderful. Now I have the ease. Let me see, I'm going to get the ease on. Whatever. Excuse me for a minute. Yes. I'm going to add a little bit of glue. See if I'm going to get it to hold here. Okay. Let me get it squeeze a little bit. So I'm going to show ease. Ease. Also. I'm going to go with West. Yes. Alert. Alert. And salt. Good. East, west, north, south. Now I'm gonna add a little bit more of I'm gonna add a little salt on top. Let me see, I'm gonna get it here. Okay. Okay, let me see. I'm gonna get it on. Yes, so I have the salt right here. See? Wonderful. Oh gosh. My fall didn't go that much straight. Good. And this is my wind vane. Hi, welcome back guys. Now I'll be making a rain cage. Here we go. I have my body here cutting off. Now I'm going to place the top inside. See? Next, I'm going to add, let me see. This is going to be my measuring tube. Let me get this down straightly. My measuring tube. My measuring tube, yes. Here's my measuring clear. Let me give some paste. Let me give my measuring. Okay, there you have my measuring. Wonderful. So this is a rain gauge. How do you look? Wonderful, right? I know. Great. So I have my measuring is right here. My measuring tube is inside. Yes, it's right here. So thank you guys for watching. Good, wonderful, great. That's my two weather instrument. Now I would like to define weather, because today my topic is on weather instrument. And my two model that I made was a wind vane and a rain gauge. So first I will define what is weather. Weather is a state of atmosphere at the particular place and time as regards heat, cloudiness, dryness, sunshine, wind, rain, etc. Now I would like to tell you the uses of a wind vane. The uses of a wind vane, I'll give you three uses of a wind vane. Here we go. One uses of a wind vane is to provide weather information. Second one is to identify the intensity of storms. Third one is used to identify the direction of the wind. Now I would like to give you uses of a rain gauge. A rain gauge is known as a odometer or a ohmoborometer, an hygrometer. It's an instrument used by meteorologic and hydrologic to gather and measure the amount of liquid precipitation over a predefined area over a period of time. Question number two. How can a wind vane use to deliver the concept of weather to the students of your class? First, the wind vane used for indicating wind direction is one of the oldest meteorological instruments. When mounted on the elevated shaft or stride, the vane rotated under the influence of the wind, such that its center of pressure rotated to the leeward, and the vane point into the wind. So, a wind vane is mounted on a shaft or a spike that is elevated off the ground. The wind catches the rubber blade and make it rotate. The narrow end of the veil points into the wind and tell you the direction the wind is coming from. So that is how you deliver the concept of weather to the students on a wind vane. Now I will tell you how to deliver the concept of weather of rain gauge to the students. The rain gauge now, the water sitting in the cylindrical cup is accumulated rainfall total. After the storm has passed, an observer can see exactly now much rain fell. Sorry about that. A collection of observation from several rain gauges spread across an area can help a meteorologist see what area had the heaviest rain. So this now, a rain gauge, now you're telling out which area have the heaviest rain and which area don't have the heaviest rain. So that's how you could predict and deliver to your class about the rain gauge and how it is used. It measures the rain in a localized area. To measure the rain gauge should be placed in an outer area where there are no obstacles like buildings or trees or things to block the rain. So the question, how it can be used to deliver the concept of weather to the student of your class. So the two weather instruments that I used was a wind vane and a rain gauge. So the wind vane is the direction of wind, while the rain gauge is a measure of the rain, which have the heaviest fall of rainfall and which area don't have the heaviest fall, which don't have and which have. My third question, propose the practical use of a wind vane. The practical use of a wind vane. Scientific must collect many measurements in order to understand and predict the weather. It is important to gauge temperature, humidity, pressure, wind speed and direction and other meteorological data in order to construct the full picture of what is happening outside. Multiple pieces of equipment are used to complete this task. The wind vane plays a minor but important role because it measures the wind direction. And I quote, it measures the wind direction. The wind vane is a simple instrument. As the point in the direction the wind blows, anyone can use one. Propose the practical use of a rain gauge now. Rain gauge are some of the most basic yet necessary tools used to measure weather today. It was created in 1441 for agricultural purposes. Centuries later, the rain gauge is still widely used to measure climate, weather pattern, and monitoring hazards such as flood and droughts. The original design of the rain gauge hasn't changed much over the last few hundred years. It consists of cylindrical cup, which is funnel-like use system collecting and capturing rainwater. It is a very simple design dating back to 1441 and is effective, which is why the design hasn't changed much over the time. The rain gauge works by capturing the collection of rain water into the funnel. The funnel empties the rainwater into the cylinder cup. Below, the shape of the funnel also helps keep out unwanted debris such as leaf, water sitting, such as leaf. The water sitting in the cylinder cup is accumulated rainfall together. Total. After the storm has passed it, an observer can see exactly how much rain fell. A collection of observations from several rain gauges spread across an area can help a meteorologist see what area has the heaviest rain. The data can also use to monitor droughts. Thank you all for listening.